The little girl is strapped to a bomb. A crime lord wants 5,000 years of Chinese history back, and the only two cops crazy enough to stop him can't even stand each other. We open in the back room of a greasy Los Angeles diner, where an act detective named James Carter is about a full hour late for a deal that should never be happening. His cousin has just scored a brick of military-grade C4, the kind of stuff you can't even buy in a war zone. Two uniformed cops stroll in to check on the car parked out back. Carter's cousin panics, pulls a gun on an officer, and suddenly the whole room is one twitch away from a bloodbath.
Hey, officers! Put your hands above your heads.
What's wrong,
Just do it.
I'm gonna blow his head all over the freaking parking lot, asshole!
Carter talks his cousin down, slams him to the floor, and saves two cops' lives in the process. It's messy, it's reckless, and it is exactly the kind of headline-grabbing disaster his captain is going to love. Half a world away, in Hong Kong, the British are throwing a farewell party for Consul Han, the man about to take a new post in the United States. It is a beautiful night, full of toasts and speeches, and 5 years of memories.
Earlier this evening, Detective Inspector Lee and his special task force have once and for all crushed the Gentile criminal organization and reclaimed artifacts from 5,000 years of China's heritage.
The next morning, Han's 11-year-old daughter, Su Yang, is snatched on her way to school. The ransom demand lands on Han's desk before he even finishes his coffee.
We're on top of it. We're gonna get your daughter back safe and sound.
He is
A 10-year-old daughter of a Chinese diplomat was kidnapped this morning, and they want you on the case.
It lacks. Carter waits at the gate with a grin on his face, ready to meet his new partner. The door is open. Inspector Lee walks out, looks straight through him, and keeps walking. No, hello, no handshake, no nothing.
Please tell me you speak English. I cannot believe this shit.
At the bar, Carter does what Carter does. He waves a gun, makes a scene, and starts interrogating strangers about a missing Chinese girl. Lee tries to help, gets shoved to the side, and watches in disbelief as his new partner turns a calm Tuesday into a small riot.
Chinese girl.
I don't know nothing about no little Chinese girl.
You know what I'm talking.
Fed up, Lee slips out of the car at a taco stand, ditches Carter, and makes his way alone to the Chinese consulate. The moment he mentions Su Yang's name at the gate, FBI agents pile on him at gunpoint. Inside, Russ smooths things over. Lee finally meets Consul Han face to face, and the inspector is officially welcomed onto the case. Carter arrives 10 minutes later, soaking wet with rage, demanding to know where his partner disappeared to. The partnership is off to a beautiful start. That night, the kidnappers call Carter, pretending to be the FBI handler, picks up the phone and starts running his mouth. He stalls, he jokes, he buys them time, and he very nearly blows the whole thing by trying to be charming Tibia.
Dollars? And who you think you kidnapped? Chelsea Clinton?
And 10 million in 10.
And 10? You want any fives with that?
The kidnapper is no joke. $50 million in used currency dropped tonight, and the location is coming in 30 minutes before the handoff. If Consul Han so much as whispers the wrong thing, Su Yang dies. The FBI throws a wall of agents around 620 South Broadway, downtown, snipers on the roof, perimeter on every corner, a courier ready to make the drop. It is a textbook. Sting, it is also about to go catastrophically wrong. The drop happens, but a Huntao thug named Sam bolts on a motorcycle with the ransom. Carter takes off after him on foot, leaps onto a city bus, and the chase rips through downtown LA until a bomb goes off at 6th and Broadway. Sam vanishes into the smoke. The ransom is gone. In the chaos, Lee spots a small piece of hardware drop from Sam's coat. He scoops it up, tucks it into his pocket, and does not say a word to anyone. Later, an explosives expert, Nina. What?
I mean, you could open up a garage door or blow up some C4.
Russ is done. He boots Carter and Lee off the case, sends Lee back to Hong Kong in disgrace, and warns Consul Han that the ransom has just doubled to $70 million. Han is shattered, Lee is shattered. The only person not shattered is Carter, who is already calling in favors. Lee pays a visit to an old family contact named Clive, locked up in a downtown cell. Carter smuggles the confiscated detonator inside, plants it in Clive's hand, and leans in close.
Fu Chow Restaurant, Chinatown.
Junto, the crime lord everyone thought was dead, the same man whose empire Lee crushed in Hong Kong, and whose stolen art collection Han helped recover. He is alive. He is in Los Angeles. And he is running the whole show from a back room in Chinatown. Lee and Carter stake out the Fu Chow restaurant. Carter talks Lee into letting him go in first. He struts through the door in his best fake suit, flashes a badge he stole off Lee's belt, and pretends to be Juntao's American lawyer. The lie lasts about 90 seconds.
You don't understand. I'm Mr. Juntao's lawyer, legal advisor.
Carter gets jumped by 3 of Junto's goons. He talks, he bluffs, he dares them to shoot him, and somehow he keeps breathing until Lee crashes through a side door, frees him, and they sprint out into the street with bullets flying behind them. The partnership is officially alive. The new ransom instructions are simple. The drop will be made tonight at the exhibition opening. Wintow himself will be there. Consul Han will be the bagman. The High will fill every corner of the building with agents. It is the only play they have. That evening, the Chinese Cultural Exhibition opens in downtown Los Angeles. Han takes the stage, smiling through the worst night of his life, and begins to present 5,000 years of his country's heritage to a room full of diplomats and donors' wasps. He does not get to finish. The back door of the auditorium bursts open, and in walks James Carter, street clothes and all, grabbing the microphone like he owns the place.
Have all the agents hold their positions. All right, everybody.
Carter kicks off a full evacuation. Panicked guests stream toward the exits, and into the middle of the chaos steps a man in a tailored tuxedo, white hair, calm smile, walking stick in one hand and a remote in the other. It is Juno.
Consul Han, 6 blocks of C4 are wired to your daughter in a car outside.
I worked most of my life to acquire and catalog these priceless pieces that you see before you.
Yuntao reveals the full depth of his obsession. He is not a gangster who happened to like art. He is a collector who built a criminal empire to feed his collection. Han and Lee did not just take his money, they took his life's work. And he wants every piece back. Plus 70 million dollars plus Carter and Lee dead on the marble floor. Yuntao straps a suicide vest of C4 around Su Yang, presses the detonator into her small hand, and gives her one simple instruction. If anyone tries to take this off, push the button. Then he walks away, leaving an 11-year-old girl holding the trigger to her own death. Carter finds the girl first. He crouches down, talks soft, tells her he's taking her to her daddy. He tries to lift the vest off. She screams at him to stop. Every move wrong, every second wasted. The clock is still ticking.
I heard them say it will explode. Yeah, come on, push your button.
Yuntao thinks he is a genius. He has set up a remote that can still trigger the vest, and he figures he can detonate the whole block from the roof. He is halfway to the helicopter pad when Agent Whitney corners him at the top of the scaffolding. Jude pulls a gun and shoots her down. Then Lee arrives. What follows is not a gunfight, it is a beating. Lee kicks Yuntao through a glass ceiling, sending him crashing down onto the scaffolding below. The old man dangles by his fingertips over a 30-story drop, begging for his life. Lee considers the option of letting go. So does Carter, who has just arrived at the window. Carter pulls the old man up. The old man immediately pulls a hidden gun, so they fight. Right there on the scaffolding. Old money versus loudmouth, collector versus cop, in a brawl that has no business being as vicious as it is.
Put your gun down.
Carter eats a few hits, gives back twice as many, and finally launches Yuntao through a final pane of glass. The crime lord tumbles, smashes through the ceiling, and crashes to the marble floor below. The detonator skitters across the tile, the remote is destroyed. Down in the gallery, Carter talks the terrified girl through the longest minute of her life. The bomb squad finally gets the best off her, and Consul Han runs across the floor and scoops his daughter into his arms. After 2 days of hell, Su Yang is home. In the aftermath, Han takes Lee aside, calls him the only man he trusts in the world, and quietly promises his daughter he will pick her up from school himself. From now on, Lee just nods. The way Lee does, words are not his thing. Showing up is...
Only your friendship.
Russ walks over to Carter with a grin, pulls out a shiny new FBI badge, and offers him a desk in Washington for his heroics. Carter stares at it for a long second. Then he looks Russ dead in the eye and tells him exactly where that badge belongs.
Why don't y'all take that badge and shove it up your ass? Okay, I'm LAPD. You under...
But the story is not quite over. Lee has a plane ticket home to Hong Kong. 2 weeks of vacation and an empty seat next to him. He looks over at Carter and for the first time in the entire movie invites him somewhere. Carter practically sprints down the jet bridge. 15 hours in the air, 2 cops from opposite ends of the earth finally talking. The loudest detective in Los Angeles is about to discover that Hong Kong is not the sleepy little town he expected.
Chinese?
I never told you I didn't. You assume.
That is the magic of Rush Hour, a buddy cop classic where the buddy part was the whole point. If you love this one, smash that like button, drop a comment telling me your favorite Carter one-liner, and subscribe so you never miss a recap. I will catch you on the next one.